Hello, we're very excited to be here today with Kai Tillman. Kai has actually published 5 books on mental health in the Black community. He is a U.S. Army veteran, a student ambassador while he was at Broward College, a mentor for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and without further ado, I'll let him tell you all about his career with IBM, which has just started. So thank you, Kai. Why don't you go ahead and tell us?
Well, thank you so much, Joe, for having me first and foremost. Again, my name is Kai Tillman. I graduated from Broward College back in 2017. I'm a recent graduate of Florida State University. I graduated in fall, December 2020, and I've recently started my career with IBM as a solution sales specialist. So what does that look like? Primarily with my job in IBM, I work hands-on with technology, doing consultative selling, technology sales, and things related to that nature. So IBM is my dream job. So I definitely got to do what I wanted to do and went to school for. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to be here.
Wow, that is awesome. So tell us where you went to high school and how you landed at Broward College.
Of course. So I went to Broward College. Well, I went to high school at Blanche Ely High School back in Pompano Beach, Florida. So back in high school, I wasn't necessarily involved in anything. I didn't really do much outside of did wrestling here and there. And then once I got to college, I wanted to go to Broward College because I wanted to stay back at home and I wanted to take the cheaper option, being that I didn't. My family, I grew up from a low income family, so we didn't really have much money for me to go to school and stuff like that. So went to Broward College, got overly involved at Broward College. So I became a student ambassador. I became a student orientation leader. And those things while I was at Broward College definitely helped tremendously to my growth as a student leader and just overall as a person as well.
Did you have any certain professors or people there that were great mentors for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. There were a lot of professors there that stood out to me. They definitely helped contribute to my growth in many ways. I know I had this one creative writing professor. I cannot remember her name, but she actually is one of the reasons that I actually published a lot of my books. So if it weren't for her and having her class, I probably would have never had the idea to like self-publish anything.
So let's hear about these books. It sounds really interesting. Can you share about them?
Of course. So so far to date, I've written 5 books. I wrote my first book back in February 2017, titled Life. All my books are available on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Google Play, Apple Books, anything related to that. Any major book retailer, really. But my books are about the Black experience in America, mental health in the Black community, and self improvement. So they are self help books, just kind of like guiding principles as far as how I view motivation and self help and things that I've been through, but putting it in the perspective of like a Black man. So my most recent books are called Feelings of a Black Man. And right now I'm working on my 6th book, which is called Ebony and Ivory.
Oh, can't wait to look at those. I think everyone should be well informed and read those. So we'll definitely look those up. How about in the Army? Tell us what that was like. How long were you in there and what did you do?
Of course. So I actually joined the military when I was in high school. So I joined when I was 17. My mom signed the paperwork for me to go and everything. So I did my basic training my sophomore summer of high school, came back, finished my senior year of high school, and then I did my advanced individual training in Fort Lee, Virginia, which is my job training. So my job in the Army, I'm a logistics and supply chain management sergeant. So warehouse operations, inventory control, things related to that nature. It's pretty interesting. Every day is a new challenge, a new opportunity. I definitely started off as a private. So I worked my way all the way up to sergeant. Definitely grateful for that. And to date, I've been in the Army for about 7 years now. So it's pretty interesting, pretty fun ride.
Well, thank you for your service, of course, that goes without saying. So you did a double major at Broward College, and then you did a
Mhm.
triple major at FSU. So can you tell us what that looks like and how did you handle all these majors?
Yeah, of course. So, when I started off at Broward College, I wanted to do economics and finance. So I kind of majored in economics and I did accounting technology as well. I actually got my first internship because of Broward College. So using the job application portal that Broward College had at the time helped me find my internship at an accounting firm, and that kind of started, I guess, or created my professional growth and professional network. After that, I got to FSU. I originally started off as a finance major at FSU, but I was like, I don't really like finance because after my internship that I had because of Broward College at the accounting firm, I was like, I can't really see myself sitting at an office and working a 9 to 5 all the time. So I changed my major to do retail management and marketing and management information systems. So basically, because I love engaging people, I love talking to people, and I also love technology. So it kind of encompassed all three aspects of my life of my professional career that I wanted to get into. So
Well, that sounds great to be able, like you say, to tie it all together and have all that working knowledge as
mhm.
you're out there in the workforce. But you also wanted to give back. I know you're a mentor for big brothers and big sisters. So can you
Mhm.
tell us what that is like?
Yeah, definitely. So back when I was around 8 or 9 years old, if I remember correctly, my mom actually got me into this program called Big Brothers Big Sisters. And my mentor ever since then, his name is John. I've been very great friends with him since then. I actually attended his wedding. He came to my graduation. He took me out for my graduation dinner and everything. So he was actually a big part of my growth too and development, being that my father wasn't really an active part of my life. And so really, I wanted to just kind of pay it forward. So I thought, the best way I could do that is becoming a mentor myself because the program has benefited me and contributed so much. I want to give back to someone else in that way. So when I got to Tallahassee at Florida State, I became a mentor in the program and back in 2018. And ever since then, I've been a mentor then.
Is it one student at a time or is it more?
Yeah. So the way it works with Big Brothers Big Sisters is you have two different variations of the program. One where you go to elementary school, middle school, or high school, and you tutor or mentor for about an hour every day during the week. Or you have the community involvement aspect of it where you're assigned like one child between the ages of I think 8 and 17 to mentor and just kind of guide. So it's like a 1 year relationship with the child, but you can obviously continue that relationship for the longevity that you're a mentor. So,
That's great to know. That's really great. So why don't you tell us a little? I know you're very involved in your fraternity. So why don't you tell us about sci-fi, please?
of course. So, I'm a proud member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, the Mighty Mighty Chi Theta chapter here at Florida State University. I was initiated spring 2020. My fraternity exemplifies four cardinal principles: manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. So, what does that look like? We do a lot of social action or community service. We give back to the community a lot. We're very involved. Some of our notable members that you guys might have heard of are Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, Bill Cosby, things related to that, people related to that nature. So it's really a great experience so far being a part of this fraternity. I never would have imagined that I'd become a part of it, anything like a fraternity. I didn't even know about fraternities or sororities when I was at Broward College. So it's really interesting, really insightful, and I'm just grateful to be here.
And maybe someday someone will say a great like Kai Tillman. I'd like to hear that. I think so.
Hopefully.
So why don't you tell us, do you have a favorite quote, something that you always think about?
Of course. So one of my favorite quotes is actually a quote that I came up with personally because it kind of just keeps me going day to day. So the quote goes like this: Life is a learning opportunity. Each day is an opportunity for growth, self improvement, and new experiences. You must never stop learning or you'll continue to die. So basically, we're students of life forever. We never stop learning. Even if you graduate college, even if you graduate high school, you're still a student because you're still a lifelong learner.
That's great. That is fantastic. How about, is there some advice that you've been given that sticks with you?
Of course, just continuing to keep moving forward. Really. So any setback, anything that happens in your life, keep moving forward. So there have been a lot of obstacles and tribulations that I've faced in my life. My mom, she has mental health issues. My father, he passed away last year due to cancer. So just keep moving forward. And I actually got that piece of advice from a movie called Meet the Robinsons. So keep moving forward, keep progressing. Um, no matter what obstacles may come your way, just focus on your mission and focus on your goals.
It's great. That's really inspiring. Do you have any heroes that you think about in life?
Of course. So my first and foremost hero is my mom. Obviously I wouldn't be here today without her and without her guidance. She played the role of both a mother figure and a father figure. So she was a huge, tremendous part of my growth. Outside of her, Malcolm X and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Malcolm X just because of his beliefs and views towards the black community and how he uplifted them and whatnot. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger because Arnold Schwarzenegger is an Austrian immigrant. He came to the United States with nothing, literally nothing. And he worked his way up from being an immigrant, coming here with nothing, to being a bodybuilder, an actor, and also a governor. So he's really inspiring. And, it's like he says, don't try and work your way up to the top, just shoot straight for the top.
And you went for the top with IBM and everything else. So, is there any other things that you want to tell us about how you got to be where you are?
Yeah, of course. So like I said in the beginning, Broward College definitely helped a lot. If it weren't for, the mentors and professors and faculty there, I definitely probably would have never even considered going to Florida State or anything like that.
Well,
So
great.
just keep doing what you're doing, for all my Broward College students who are currently there, get involved, find a good university, whether it be whatever university you decide to, continuing education is important. Scholarship is important in general. So really just paying it forward, giving back to your community, valuing education, and just being the best version of you that you can be.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything else you want to say about your background of your Zoom screen or any other things you want to share? The shirt you're wearing, everything is very significant.
Yes. So so the shirt that I'm wearing is actually my chapter shirt. The Mighty Mighty Chi Theta chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Super Fine Nine are my charter members of the chapter. And then right here we have Baby Yoda, big fan of the Mandalorian. And then in the background is Florida State University's campus. So
Good for you. Well, you seem like an awfully very good superstar that we are thrilled to know went to Broward and got your start there. So thank you so much for your time. I know you're busy. I'll let you get back to all that you have going on, and we look forward to seeing you next time you're down in Broward County. We can definitely have you speak to some students. I think you'd be excellent mentor for Broward College students. So thank you again, Kai.
of course, Jill. Thanks again, and glad to be here. Thank you again.